Good morning, student. Before this period in our lesson, the sun, the moon and the earth, we learned some major points. We learned about the perigee and the apogee position of the moon. Then we learned different phases of moon, how the full moon day occur, how the new moon day occur. Then we saw eclipses. We saw the meaning of eclipses and why the eclipses occur. Then we saw two types of solar eclipse. We saw two types of solar eclipse. In that we saw total eclipse, total solar eclipse and partial solar eclipse. We saw total solar eclipse and partial solar eclipse. Now I am going to draw the figure of annular solar eclipse. The third type of solar eclipse is annular solar eclipse. Draw this figure in your notebook. This is Earth, Moon and Sun. Here the figure of annular solar eclipse is given. This all portion is dark. The center portion of the sun is dark. The central portion of the sun is dark. This is known as annular solar eclipse. Annular solar eclipse. Then here partial solar eclipse is given. We know that in partial eclipse some part of the moon is visible. This portion is also dark. This is partial solar eclipse. We see in our last period the total solar eclipse and partial solar eclipse. This is the figure of solar eclipse and this is annular solar eclipse. We are going to learn what is the meaning of annular solar eclipse. Sometimes the moon is in apogee position. Sometimes the moon is in apogee position. This means it is at its furthest from the earth. The apogee position of the moon means it is furthest from the earth. As a result, the deep shadow of the moon is cast in space and does not reach the earth. Means due to the apogee position of the moon, the deep shadow of the moon is cast. The deep shadow of the moon is cast means finish in space. The deep shadow of the moon finish in the space and it does not reach on the earth. It does not reach the earth. From a very small region of the earth, only an illuminated edge of the sun disk is seen in the form of a ring, and in this position, when the moon shadow, deep shadow cast in the space and does not reach the earth, in this position, from very small region of the earth, only an illuminated edge of the sun. Only an illuminated edge of the sun disk is seen, just like a ring, just like a form of a ring. This is called annular eclipse. Figure 2.6. Annular eclipse is a rare phenomenon. Annular eclipse is a rare phenomenon. Means in this figure you are seeing only some remaining part. This part of sun is very dark and you saw only this round shape, means just a ring shape of part of the sun from the earth, and this type of eclipse is known as annular solar eclipse. In that type of solar eclipse we are able to see only a ring type of sun. And this annular eclipse is a rare phenomenon, means it does not often take place. Try this. Take a ball of clay or mud and keep it at the center of a table. Here some experiment is given to us. Take a ball of clay or mud. Keep it in the center of a table. Fix a pencil vertically in the clay ball in such a way that its shape end points upwards. Then they told us to fix a pencil vertically in the clay in such a way that the sharp points upwards came up. Fix a small plastic or sponge ball on the shape end of the pencil. Then take a small plastic or sponge ball and fix it to the end on the end of the pencil, means on the upper side of the pencil. Draw a circle along the midline of the ball. Let this ball be your moon and draw a circle at the center, at the midline of the ball, and consider this ball as your moon. Now place a large plastic or rubber ball at the distance of 10 to 15 centimeter. Then take a plastic ball and fix it from the first ball at a distance of 15 or 30 centimeter. From this moon, let this larger ball be the earth. Consider this large ball as our earth. Draw a circle along the midline of the ball to using a pencil in the center. Let this be the equator. Draw a circle along the midline of this ball. To using a pencil in the center, let this be the equator and draw a midline and consider it as a equator. Keep the ball steady using a rubber or cloth ring. Keep the ball steady using some rubber or cloth ring. Arrange the balls respectively, the earth and the moon, in such a way that the circle drawn on the moon will be in the plane of the equator of the earth. Then they told us to arrange these balls in such a way that the circle drawn on the moon, the circle which we draw on the moon, in the plane of the equator of the earth. On the moon will be in the plane of the equator of the earth. Take a torch. Torch means our sun. Hold it at a distance of about 30 centimeter from the moon. Then take a torch. The torch means our sun, and hold it at a distance of 30 centimeters from the moon. Direct the light beam on the moon and throw the light. Direct the light beam on the moon. See figure 2.7. In figure 2.7 it is given us. Observe the shadow of the smaller ball on the earth to understand how solar eclipse occurs. And observe the shadow of the smaller ball. The smaller ball is our moon, and how its shadow falls on the earth to understand the solar eclipse. In this way, the experiment is given to understand the solar eclipse. In our next period, we will learn about the lunar eclipse. Thank you.
At the farthest distance from the earth, that is, in the apogee position. As a result, the dark shadow of the moon does not reach the earth. It ends up in...
Here you are seeing the figure of eclipse, and in this figure you are seeing that here when the sun, the moon and the earth are in the same plane, here you are seeing the moon, and the dark shadow of the moon is not reaching to the earth. Here the red point indicate the finish or the end of the dark shadow of the moon, means this dark shadow is not falls on the earth.
in the space itself. During this time, from a very small area of the earth, only an illuminated edge of the sun disk is visible. This edge...
Here you are looking that in this position means when the dark shadow of the moon not reaching to the earth, in this position from some area only a ring shape is visible.
Of the sun appears like a bangle or a ring. This condition is called annular solar eclipse. It is a very rare phenomenon. To understand the phenomenon of solar eclipse in a better way, let us do an experiment. For this, we need a ball of clay or mud, a pencil, a small plastic or sponge ball, a large plastic or rubber ball, a rubber or cloth ring, a torch, etc. First, make a ball of clay. Keep this ball at the center of the table. Fix the pencil in the clay ball in such a way that its sharp end points upwards. Now, place a small plastic or sponge ball on the tip of the pencil. Consider this ball as the moon. Draw a circle along the center of this ball. Now, place a rubber or cloth ring at a distance of 4 to 5 inches from this ball and place a large ball on it. Consider this large ball as the earth. Draw a circle at the center of this ball too. Consider this to be the equator. Arrange the balls in such a way that the circle drawn on the moon will be in the plane.
Here in this experiment we took two balls. First we take a ball of clay or mud. We fix a pencil in it. Then at the upper end of the pencil we fix a small ball. We draw a circle. We consider this circle as the center. Then we took another big rubber ball. We fix that ball on some rings. Then at the center of that ball we draw a circle. We consider that circle as a equator.
Plane of the equator of the earth. Now take a torch and consider it as the sun. Keep the torch at the distance of 1 feet from the moon such that its light falls on the moon. After arranging the sun, the moon and the earth in this position, focus the torchlight on the moon. Observe the shadow of the moon falling on the earth.
Here we take a torch, we keep it at a distance of 1 feet. Then when we start the torch, the beam of the torch falls on the moon, means on the small ball. Then the shadow of the moon falls on the earth. The shadow of the moon, here the torch beam falls on this ball. We consider this ball as our moon and this is our earth. When the torch, means the sun's beam, falls on the moon, the shadow of the moon falls on the earth.
On observation, you will notice the dark and the light shadow of the moon on the earth. The area under the dark shadow of the moon will experience total solar eclipse, and the region under the lighter shadow of the moon will experience partial solar eclipse.
Here we saw two types of shadow. Some shadow is dark and some is partial, some is light. The place which is able to see the dark shadow of the moon, they able to enjoy to see the total solar eclipse, and the place which saw only some part or the light shadow, they able to see the partial solar eclipse.
After learning about the solar eclipse, you must be curious of experiencing it in reality. However, the solar eclipse should be observed only with the help of dark glasses or special goggles made for that purpose. Otherwise, the intense sun rays can be harmful to the naked eyes. Thus, we learned about the solar eclipse and its types in detail. We have also experienced this phenomenon with the help of an experiment. Now we will learn about the lunar eclipse.
We will learn about the lunar eclipse in our next period. Now today's homework for you is find out the answers of question number 1. Find out the answers of question number 1 given in your textbook. Thank you.